This is episode number 9 out of 10. My name is Daria Parhomenko and I'm operating as a real estate advisor in Dubai market. This episode will be dedicated to processes while on the secondary market during the resale. So very important, in order to purchase the property from the developer, investor does not need to have account in UAE because all the payment goes to escrow account of the building and can be done internationally. On the secondary market, deals are also very transparent, but for secondary market, investor needs to have account in order to deposit and issue manager checks. So how the deal done? When the property is already found a new buyer, there is a buyer, seller, and a contract between them. So first agency creates a contract B between agency and the buyer where there is personal information of the buyer. And seller have contract with their agency, form A, with the information about the seller and the unit. These two forms approved electronically. So it's the form, and electronically to email of buyer or seller comes the form for approval from Dubai Land Department. Person verifies the information and select, reject or approve. Then buyer and seller form goes to the form F or MOU, or this is Memorandum of Understanding. So there is a template that is not changeable with information about the unit, about buyer and the seller, about agents, about commission and price of the unit agreed on, and also there is addendum. Addendum is a part where both parts agree on some terms and conditions regarding the payment, what is a part of the sales, what will be in the apartment, what is the payment structure. So additional terms and conditions that both parties needs to approve. This contract is merged from the both forms and goes to the buyer and the seller for mutual approval. No worries, nothing can be changed in these contracts after the deal is sealed without knowledge of both sides, because any alteration done on the contract immediately goes electronically to email address of buyer and the seller. So this protects all the parts. In order to conclude the deal on the secondary market, interested buyer needs to provide a 10% deposit check to a seller to negotiate the price or to conclude the deal. The information about this check goes to the contract. If for some reason somebody decided to exit the contract, both sides are responsible with 10%. So the buyer is responsible because he already give the check, and the seller, if he wants to exit from the deal, also responsible. How does the process go? If any of the side exiting the deal needs to wait till the end of the contract, normally duration of the contract for cash deals is 1 month or can be shortened. For mortgage deals, it's by default 2 months. So at the end of the contract plus 1 week, party that is suffered as a consequence of the contract goes and open the case in the dispute center. Then based on the decision of the court, there is an action taken to a guilty party. So let's not talk about the bad side, but everything is regulated by the law. What is important? In order to complete the transaction on secondary market, both sides needs to have an account, because transaction done with the help of manager check. Manager check is a check, not just the one that anyone can write, but something that bank issues on the request of the account holder. Those money is blocked, and then this check goes to trustee office. During the transaction, the seller is receiving this manager check only after the deal is done in Dubai Land Department. So the buyer comes to the trustee with the manager check, all the documents are verified, everything is good. Trustee hold the check until maybe 20 to 30 minutes until the transaction is completed, and then give it to the seller, and happy seller goes to deposit the check to his account. Probably needs a different video to explain how to open the account, but the most important is that it's very safe procedure for the deals. And Neither buyer or seller needs to be physically present during the deal. Power of attorney can be given internationally without stepping on the land of UAE through a Zoom call. So there is a court representative that connects with a party over the Zoom call and authorize a third-party person with the power of attorney paper to represent the seller or the buyer. Those people go to trustee and complete the transaction on behalf of the people who own the property or buy this property. This is all about transaction. Very important that your property owner gives you the right to obtain the visa in the territory of the UAE. There is different types of visas. Most common is investor visa. Investor visa can be given with the property value of 750,000 dirham plus, and it should be one person in the title deed or code. Rules always change, so now the government allow to have a property under construction to obtain those kind of visa, and from 2 million you can have a golden visa for 10 years, and property also can still be under construction for different developments, and developer can apply different terms and conditions, how much money should be paid to escrow account and what is the stage of construction, but overall you can get your golden visa for 10 years and you can sponsor the rest, your direct family members. From being a gold visa, you can provide the gold visa for your children and for your spouses. That is the benefits. Keep in mind that when you resell the property and you want to reinvest, the visa is connected to the property, will be cancelled. So if you plan to have a visa, make sure you will not do any operations with this property. You will keep it for rental return or to live there. Otherwise, you will have to reissue the visa based on the property. For more details, please contact me. There is all details in the bio, WhatsApp or Instagram. And there is one more episode, number 10. There will be a summary of all important questions. The link is below.